So G4 came back, and I was so surprised because I remember they said on the totally active site ANW Nation that G4 was going to come back with new tournaments. That was almost 2 years ago. And so the fact that they actually came back on Sasuke's anniversary, no less, was a genuinely pleasant surprise. Now, I didn't just watch this version of Sasuke 28. I watched it about 4 times already because I had to dissect it. I was waiting for something to hit me and for something to be different. I have my thoughts. Now, I'm not going to be reviewing Sasuke 28 as a tournament. If you want my opinion on it, I think it's one of the worst tournaments of all time. But that's not what the review's about. We're reviewing what G4 did to this tournament, how they edited it, how they packaged it, how they presented it to the audience. For starters, there are some really good things that they're doing. I've asked some friends who speak Japanese or are from Japan, and they said that the subtitles are a lot more accurate than what the subtitles were in Sasuke 1 to 27, which makes me really happy because now I can really know what was being said during these tournaments. I don't speak Japanese, so it's nice to have proper English subtitles that tell the story the way it's meant to be told. The camera quality, impeccable. It's not new. You know, that's Sasuke 28 we're talking about. We're talking about something that's 10 years old. It just looks nicer, cleaner, sharper. The rest I have some gripes, I guess. I'm not entirely sure. For one, the lack of obstacle graphics on the side is just really weird. Because, of course there's the obstacle name and then there's the timer, but then, what happened to all of the single images that turn green every time a competitor completes an obstacle? They're gone. It feels like I'm looking at someone naked or something. It just doesn't feel complete. For G4, it's really random. And I'm aware that they just grabbed the challenge footage from the UK dub of this tournament, and then they just redubbed it, resubbed it, everything G4. And that's okay. I just would have preferred to have the obstacle graphics up there. And there was only one thing that I really didn't like. I love the G4 intro. So this is exactly what happened when I tried to watch it. That voice was just not right for the intro. And that seems to be the big topic everyone's talking about for these new episodes on G4. It's the guy, the voice. Personally, I don't think he's bad. I think he's a pretty talented dude. I think I could totally see him doing some nature documentaries. And as I was watching, that's what I was thinking. And I was like, Kane, why do you think that? And that's when I realized they turned Sasuke into a documentary. Back in Sasuke 1 to 27 on G4, everything was fast-paced. In your profiles and your replays, you had upbeat techno music pushing the pace, and Dave Wittenberg was delivering good commentary, but the main thing was that he didn't have any breaks in what he was saying. He would say it all in one thing with a half-second pause for sentences, and then he would get right into the next thing, and it was about 10-15 seconds at most, and you rip off the band-aid, you move on. That was efficient, that was faster, and it brought a different energy than what this tournament had. In this tournament, the guy does a good job at painting a picture, providing information. It just feels different because he'll say one thing, and then he'll pause as long as I did to continue the phrase. Meanwhile, there's slow music playing in the background, so I just feel like I'm watching the Discovery Channel. And now we watch as the wild Ryo Matachi prances across the spin bridge. The grizzled Katsumi Yamada struggles to ascend the warped wall. Sorry, I didn't do his voice that good. Here we go. The grizzled Katsumi Yamada struggles to ascend up the warped wall. But yeah, the vibe is just different now. And I understand. I have seen so many different versions of Sasuke tournaments. I've seen the original Japanese cut, the cuts in other Asian countries like Taiwan or China. I've seen, G4 obviously, which is what I grew up on. And then I've seen Challenge, which was the UK's version. This is more similar to Challenge than it is to old G4. And I have always preferred old G4, not because of my biases, not because I'm American or because I watched it since I was 4 years old. It's because I just like the upbeat energy more than I like the Challenge's more melodramatic, almost, energy. I don't think that it's a bad style. I just was not really wanting that for G4 personally. I thought it would have been great to just stick to the script. The guy could have done the same thing Dave did, maybe even better, but instead he went his own direction. I respect it, but I don't really know if I prefer it. And that's why I've watched this so much, because I'm trying to figure out, is this because of my own personal biases? Is this nostalgia talking? Or do I just really not care for this, like, period piece style of Sasuke? Like, when they were talking about the All-Stars retiring, it just felt so morbid. I felt like I was at a funeral. And yes, the All-Stars retired, or at least some of them did. So it is a sad occasion. But oh my gosh, was it dragged on for such a long time because that's what they were trying to push. Man, it just, I don't know. Maybe I just have to see what they do with a good tournament, because between Sasuke 28 and Sasuke 39, which are all of the tournaments that have not been seen in America yet, the first good tournament in that whole stretch is Sasuke 35. We have to wait, I have to wait very long to get to a good tournament. I mean, who knows? Maybe if they package a good tournament the same way, it's better. But because 28's a bad tournament, maybe it just already makes it worse. I'm not sure. I'm going to need more time on it. I'm definitely going to do a follow-up video whenever Sasuke 35 is released on G4, because I have a feeling that my opinions aren't going to change between 29 and 34. If it does, you'll know. I'll upload. But if not, wait till 35. So those are my thoughts on the revival of Sasuke on G4. Comment below what you guys thought. Let me know. Do you guys prefer the old G4 commentary of Dave Wittenberg, or do you prefer the slower, more melodramatic style of Jim North on Challenge, or this new guy? I definitely didn't think this was bad. I actually think this is one of the more enjoyable ways to watch Sasuke 28, and actually when I go through my Sasuke rewatch marathon, which happens maybe once or twice a year, I'm probably watching this version of Sasuke 28 because I don't want to watch the TBS version after this. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe if you want to. Don't subscribe if you don't want to. Totally cool, as long as you click on my face for the next video. See you next time.